you answered the letter. Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Darkest Dungeon with me, your host Tim. Reminder that this is a modded version of the game. You can see Red Hook's stance on mods in their version of the game down below in the game description. Also remember that I'll be doing some talking about the LUNM mod, then we'll be doing in-town stuff, and then after that we'll be going out on the adventure. So down below in the comment section, you will find a comment from me, and it will have timestamps in it, guiding you to where you can, what parts of the video you can skip ahead to avoid the parts you don't want to watch. You can click on one of those timestamps, and it should automatically jump the video ahead for you. Okay, so LUNM mod first, and there's nothing really to talk about. I haven't done anything in the game aside from getting it to work with the existing new patch that came out. It's patch week, everybody. Because Red Hook just pushed out their thing, Crimson Court this week, it's going to be endless patches every day, which means that if you're running my mod, please make sure that you don't have Steam set to automatically up Darkest Dungeon, because it's going to take me a bit of effort every day to get my mod to work with it. It will work before I go to bed every night, or hopefully it will, but please at least back up your save files, and you might want to hold off on the game auto-updating on you. If you don't particularly care, then just back up your save file. This way, if the game gets corrupted upon my mod and the base game not working like it did today, you'll have you at least save your estate, so you don't have characters go missing. Like, all your musketeers will just vanish. You won't have them if you had a musketeer through my mod. The trinkets I added, they'll be gone, and all your heroes' skills and/or abilities will revert back to their normal amounts, which is to say the normal games. Okay, that's all the mod stuff I can think of. So now we're gonna do. Oh, well, we should look at the stagecoach, but if we have anyone new there, I've only got room for one person. So, okay, let's do some hero stuff first. So we've got 4 heroes, and they sucked. Now, of course, it's just random. It's RNG, but I have to make up my mind which ones I'm keeping and which ones I'm not. So, Rauluin here, I was pretty unimpressed. Well, he was actually not so bad, honestly. However, I don't like the abilities he has to start. So I'm thinking we're going to drop this leper. We'll wait for a different leper to show up, and we'll take the new leper. I don't think I really want to improve him. I don't like Fragile, and he's got Eagle Eye, which is garbage on a leper. Oh, yeah, that's something I can do. Well, let's drop him right now. I believe in the Flagellant files, the Flagellant is flagged as being unable to get certain quirks. So I might be able to say the leper simply can never get Eagle Eye, for example. But in any case, we're going to go ahead and drop this leper.
Another soul battered and broken, cast aside like a spent torch.
Now I do want to keep one of these characters because I need to keep leveling some of these troops here. So I have to make up my mind which of these 3 I'm going to keep. Let's look. Eureka Born. So he didn't get any other negative quirks. He did pick up Tetanus, which is going to be expensive to cure. But I think these are not bad to have. And he does have Weakening Curse and Vulnerability Hex with Weird Construction, which I like. I can always take a different one of these later. So I think we will keep him. We'll at least throw him into another dungeon after 2 weeks of trying to... At least I want to get rid of Tetanus, and then I want to get his stress down. So let's... Okay, we'll just hold on to him at the moment because I want to do all the town stuff together. Mallet Locked Gambler. Of all the ones to gamble to lock, that's not the worst one in the world. Although she's going to be out for 3 weeks because she has to gamble to get her stress down. These are not bad either. I don't like Nervous. And I don't want Winded either. So she's out for 4 weeks, but we can have her go in with at least one of these, I suppose. Okay. I think we'll probably end up keeping Mallet. But if I keep both of these two, then I'm going to get rid of Vatville. Oh god, I hate Off Guard on anyone. We could throw him into the Recovery to have him get rid of Off Guard. That would also give us another... He's 2 the same. No, we're not going to keep Vatville. We're going to drop him. Goodbye, sir.
It is done. Turn yourself now to the condition of those poor devils who remain.
And let's see who's here on the stagecoach. That will determine who I'm hiring. Nice, we have a man-at-arms and a Hellion here, so I can explain their differences. And I like this group, honestly. I like all these types of characters, so... let's grab at least these two.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
We'll also grab Raluin.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Okay, so let's cover the differences of these characters so far. Oh, freaking kidding me. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, we'll get that later. Alright, so the man-at-arms. So, as with all the characters who are wearing heavy armor, he's got 10% prot in my mod, and his hit points have been lowered to make up for that. His crush ability, I can't remember if it's the same thing in the base game, but I think the positions he can use it in is the same. He might be able to use it from the third in my mod and not in the base game, but it's been so long I don't remember. Crush in my mod also has, as you can see, a slight debuff, lowering the target's protection by 5%. I think Rampart is exactly the same in both mine and the base games. Bellow can be used from the last rank. I don't think it could have been normally in the game. And the debuff is less powerful than it was in the normal game. The speed, I think, it starts at -5, and I thought that's just too good. So I lowered it to -3 instead. Defender is the same. A heads up that I'll probably be changing Defender soon, so that it actually cures some stress on the man-at-arms himself. Retribution, I think this is the same. The damage mod might be slightly... It might do more damage in my game than in the base game. I'm not sure. Command also gives everyone a 15% move resistance, in addition to its accuracy and crit bonus. And Bolster, I think, has been left the same. His camping skills were also altered, but we'll cover camping skills later in the game, in the series. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, it's just inspect, torture, carriers. Oh, God. Okay. So the Hellion, I think she's pretty much, her stats are unchanged to my recollection. Wicked Hack, I think is the same. I might have given it more of a crit, I'm not entirely sure. Iron Swan is the same. Barbaric Yelp. So, Barbaric Yelp, Bleed Out, and Breakthrough, in my mod, have different types of debuffs. They all hit you with a -20% damage, but then Barbaric Yelp is -3 speed, Breakthrough is -5 accuracy, and Bleed Out is -5 dodge. In the base game, this was -15 dodge. I thought that was way too much of a penalty, and I didn't like how they all had the same penalty, so I made it slightly different, depending upon which one you decide you want to be using. If it bleeds, I think I think this is the same. The damage mod might be a little better in my game. I don't remember. Breakthrough is the same. Moves her forward 1 and hits everyone with a -55% damage mod. Adrenaline Rush, I'm pretty sure, is exactly the same. And I think I increased Bleed Out's crit chance and or gave it a little more damage in my version of the game. Camping skills are pretty much... Well, no, they're a little different too, but again, we'll cover camping skills later. Okay, so with those characters in mind, so now we'll do the rest of the town stuff I want to do. So, if you click the below link, then you're here. Hello there. Welcome back to the town stuff portion. Okay, so, Talipid here, oh god, we're gonna have to, if I don't want him affected by this, we have to do it in dim light, which isn't the worst in the world. Oh, this is nice, though. I do like these on him. He might be a keeper. Tough, very nice. Oh, cautious. This is a new quirk in my mod. This replaced was it Backpedaler? There was a quirk in the base game which allowed you to not take any stress damage when you're backing up in a hallway. Since that is so limited in usefulness, I dropped it. And Cautious is its replacement, with, as you can see, the benefits there. So that's really nice for her. Okay, so yeah, I like these two characters. I'd like to be able to keep them. Who else do we have here? A Crusader? Oh, come on. Oh, Eldritch Hater is nice, but another slow draw Crusader? I'll need a frontline fighter anyway, so we might as well take Postal.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
And Viewpot? Irrepressible, which I think I gained. I think I gave this the debuff resistance in addition to the virtue chance. Oh, nice. She's really resistant to debuffs. That could be nice. Oh. Bad Gambler is Bag's Torches. It's also Graves, just as a heads up. Okay. I do kind of like her, though, all things considered. Neither of my Plague Doctors will have stun. Neither of them will have stun if I take her. Who would I drop? One of these two. Who am I dropping? Mallet requires 3 weeks to recover. She would have to... Well, technically I could drop Nervous and she could keep Winded. I'd have to spend money for Tetanus and then throw him in someplace to get rid of the stress. Okay. Okay, let's drop one of these two. So, if I'm keeping you, sir, you're gonna be... how much is it in my mod to get rid of a disease? 1,000 to start. $1,000 to start. Okay. Why don't we keep Eurekenborn? So, Pincer of Fate, this may end up being you if he survives his next level 1 mission. But it's going to take 2 weeks for me to decide if that's going to happen. And we'll drop Mallet. She's just going to take too long to improve. And I like her quirks, though. Unholy Slayer is nice. Nymphomania is nice. No, I guess we'll drop Eurekenborn. We'll wait for a different occultist to show up.
Suffer not the lame horse, nor the broken man.
Now, Mallet can come in here and... Do I want to get rid of a quirk first? No, let's work on her stress. She only wants to gamble. Okay. And we will hire Vuxpont.
What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
We'll be sending out a group of level 0s again, I think. Okay, so while they're doing that, why don't we throw Neville somewhere to get rid of that 33 stress? Can I lower that? I can. Let's... Oh, that increases the stress recovery, which I think is fine at the moment. We'll keep it. Let's get rid of her stress. Let's make this a little cheaper for our treatment ward. And we'll try to get rid of one of these. Okay, well, we're not getting rid of Known Cheat. That's going to be too expensive. So that means that I can either work on Hallie and get rid of Stress Eater. We can throw one of my level 0s in here in order to get rid of one of their negative quirks. We could take Postal's Slow Draw and have him drop it. But then I'd be taking... 0, level 1... Okay, let's do it. We'll work on this Crusader. So he will get rid of Slow Draw. I prefer to get rid of Reginald, but it's not going to happen, so let's do this. Okay. And that will be good. Alright, so we have trinkets. We should be using them. So, we're not going to have a dedicated healer this time. So let's give the Churgan's Charm to Voxpont. And then we'll also give the hit point bonus. I think we'll give this to Raluin. Oh, it's -1 speed. Who's already slow or very fast? Free. We'll give the health stone to you, sir. Okay, so that's the town stuff. Let's see where we're going this week. I do not feel comfortable going after the courtyard. Oh, that's a shame. I was going to make a trinket called the Last Laugh for the Jester. And now they got a quote in this one. That's a darn shame. I'll have to think of a different name for it. Darn it. Alright, anyway. Activate 3 thronging hives. Although this is really nice, judging from the amount of money and crests here, I'm a little nervous about doing this courtyard. So I'm going to wait to do it until a few weeks. We might suffer some negatives from all the mosquitoes in town, but I'm willing to risk it. So instead we're going to go back to the ruins, or we're going to go to the Weld instead. I am not prepared to send a group of zeros after a long mission, so we're going to stick with short missions. So what do I want to do? What does our group want to do? We have Ruined Scrounger, which is good. Irresistible Stout, Cautious and Tough. You know, if I throw them here, I don't have... They'll get stressed, but I don't have to worry about them... I don't have to worry about them getting any diseases, aside from maggots in the ruins. So we'll go back to the ruins, I think, this time around. So Taplied, you want to be in the front rank, based upon what you have. Oh, Rolowin actually wants to be in the front rank, because she has Bleed Out there. Not that that will be very helpful, what we'll be fighting, but she'll come along. Might as well do this, right? You can use everything from the second rank? Yes, you can. We'll take... Do I want to take another level 0 with me? Plague Grenade, Disorienting Blast. Sure. Oh, but you don't want to be in the... You want to be in the last spot. We could take Dismas with us. And I know he has known cheat, which is terrible. We could do this, though, and then we'll take... We could take Hallie and just leave Vupoint behind. No, I think we'll do this after all. Okay, we're gonna take lots of damage this time. So, there's that. We're gonna purchase some extra food, I think, to help us out to heal. Okay, so, alright, remember again, everyone, that all the heroes in this mod bring their own equipment with themselves. So, I think the anti-venom's coming from both... I think it's coming from both her and the Man-at-Arms. Bandages are coming from the Highwaymen, and she is bringing the medicinal herbs with us. Okay, so I will take 7 torches to start. We'll grab a single key. 1 shovel. Enough food to make 3 food checks. I'll take a single one of... Oh, wait, I don't need this. I don't need those. I'm bringing some already. With that in mind, why don't we bring 1 more key with us? And 2 more food for a little bit of healing. And I think that's good. Let's go adventuring. The last time we were here, it beat the ever-living everything out of us. Good God, please don't do that again.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar. Now, Orin.
We didn't get the scout check, so we're gonna go north instead of west, or up instead of to the left. But we're gonna check out the left side first. A box, right? I want this. Let's move up and grab it. Yes, go through the door. Thank you. Alright, that's why you always check both directions, because you might get something that you really wanted if you just check outside. Okay, so I'll tell you now that you'll never see me read a stack of books. The horrible things which happen because of reading books, it's never worth it. If I could change my mod such that you never got any positive quirks automatically, and probably any negative quirks at the end of a mission, The only way you would get these things is by interacting with the curios that you find. Like, the only way to get a good quirk, gotta read books if you want them, because the negatives for reading books is so much. But because the risk is not worth the reward, I will always pass on those stacks of books. Aha! Oh, I didn't even read the journal entries last time, did I? So I'll just click on this and you guys can read it, but I'm not going to read it on screen. Feel free to pause the game if you want to just read what that is. And I will be dropping journal pages. They're not worth anything in town, so... but I believe we do keep... If I can carry them out, I will, because I think they get added to our journal entries total.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
Oh, no trap down this hallway? I was fully expecting one. Good. So that is why I went this way first instead of left. I can afford to skip one room, and because we didn't get the scout chance at the starting room, I was hoping to get the scout chance up here, and we did indeed get one. So let's go this way. I want that treasure chest. Hello, maggots. Alright. So I think in my mod, maggots have 2 extra hit points. Yep. I did it. Made it a little tougher.
Be gone, fiend.
Oh, that's gonna hurt you a lot. Or us a lot. Please don't disease her. Oh, she actually has resistance against disease. Oh, she did resist disease. Thank goodness for her plus 10% disease stuff.
And improvement.
Oh, because of the stun resistance buff? That seems a little weird. Why don't we use command?
The blood quickens.
Okay. Oh, you can't do anything back here against these two. Oh, you can. I think their debuff, though, is 60%. So, what's their speed? 4? They're probably going next. Let's just use a battlefield medicine.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Good job, Dismiss. That should kill that one.
Back to the pit.
I love that. Perfectly executed.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Oh, by the way, when I actually remind me that if one of these characters becomes you, remind me to show you the different color palettes for the characters as well, so you can choose what you want your character to look like, just as a heads up. Okay, let's keep moving on. Thanks, Dismiss. Jerk. Let's see what we don't get to keep. There's nothing in it.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Okay, that's glitched. He should have kept this stuff. So now I need to go check the game files, and I need to do it now. So I'll be right back, everyone. I need to understand why he didn't keep the equipment. Give me a few seconds. Hey, everyone. I have no idea. The game file says that he should be keeping it. The only thing I can guess is that because it had a journal entry, it decided to give it to us anyway. There's a new thing about it as well that says can be modified or can modify behavior. So maybe it doesn't always happen anymore. I'm not sure, but it looks correct to me when I go look at the thing. And we've seen him steal before as well, so I don't know. We'll just have to watch and see what he does again. I'm really nervous making any other alteration to the quirk because I'm not sure why it didn't work this time around. So we got lucky. We'll just go with that right now. And that was the journal page that we just picked up. All right, let's move on. I don't want to be in this amount of light. This is good enough. That's a lot of rank 3 and 4 damage. That's a lot of rank 3 and 4 damage. Can we kill this guy before he goes? Dismiss. You indeed missed. Might as well start hitting him. We're gonna take a graveyard slash to the face, though. Yep, Would have been really handy if you had hit him. Just would like to point that out, Dismas. I need to kill this one before it goes, if I can. Words cannot express my disappointment. Desperately try to get their speed down so that next time I can go before them. That's what you earned. That's what you earned, Dismiss. I hope you freaking die. You keep missing all the time. All my guys keep missing. Actually, that's not true. I guess you did decent damage last time against the maggots. You did hit twice. Alright, well, it's dead next round when it goes. Holy crap, we're dying back here. Oh, come on, Romulan! What the heck? Why are you even in this group? You're not gonna even hit anything. God, I freaking hate you. Alright, we need to start healing the tiny bit we can heal.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. This expedition at least promises success.
Don't you jinx it on us, narrator. I don't know about that. Okay, so we're here. We might as well open up the chest. That's gonna be a key, Tim.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
We want the portrait, we want the citrine, and we can go ahead and use the Blight Charm immediately. Note that in my mod, I've tried to improve as many trinkets as I possibly could. A lot of the common trinkets that had like -1 speed or -4 dodge, I just stripped the negative from them. It didn't make any sense. You'd never equip it, it's just not worth it. So here we get a nice Blight bonus to our Plague Doctor, and we don't have any penalty to it, thank goodness. We do have 2 extra food. I think we're gonna eat that 2 extra food. Give me a little more room, and now we go back. I have to say, I really like the changes they've done to the hallways. Because I remember it looking like this in the advertisement for the game back when it was out in, well, back when it was on Kickstarter. And I like how the hallways are all, like, jumbled up and they don't quite match up in perfect lines. It makes it feel like a good creepy dungeon. Nope, not worth it. Okay, who has the best trap disarm? Why don't you give this one a try, Dismiss? This is not going to be very profitable, is it, this time? Okay, let's have you try, Ralian. Your cautious is really helpful. And you're going to do this again. If you can't hit anything, you might as well be our trap disarmer. I don't really need the books. It could give us a scout, but I'm not really that interested.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
We'll take a full light.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
To give us the best chance of scouting here. Okay, well that didn't work. So now we move on. We got to get this whole hallway mapped out. Please don't deviant tastes. God! God! Oh! No, this is a different one. This is Bloodthirsty. This is Bloodthirsty. So she's going to interact with it. Come on! Stop looking at the... Well, this is terrible. I'm probably dropping you, Raluan, now. God. So that happened because of Bloodthirsty. 45% chance to inspect torture curios. That means when you walk close to it, she decides if she wants to interact with it. God. Oh, I love it. I love that I made these quirks tougher. Made them more dangerous. I'm definitely going to miss everything. What the heck? Alright, let's move on with this amount of light. One torch left. Let's wait for another trap to hit us. Oh god, the damage group. This group used to slaughter me over and over and over again. can we kill them quickly? Oh, I was hoping to get a blight off on them first. Good. This one should die.
A death by inches.
There's so much damage, this group can just dish it out.
Diminished.
I need to go before them next round.
Decimated.
Good. He's dead. Let's disorienting blast. Constantly put some more debuffs on him. I need him to die before he gets to go.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving. Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Oh, this is going to be tough. Okay. Okay, so, something else about my mod. I guess we could use a torch. We've got the space for this. Trinkets have seen a great reduction in their costs to purchase them. However, that has a side effect that they're also not worth as much when you sell them, which is nice. It keeps the, the thing. Keeps the thing the way the thing should be. The economy. There we go, the economy. Hello, torch. Sorry, I do talk too much. Okay, well, I'm gonna take it.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Oh, I like this background. I've never seen this before. That's very nice. We don't get the scout, though. We can eat 4 food, though, because we're not going to get 2 food checks in this hallway. Alright, let's move on.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
This is 2 busts. It's not a fortune. You don't spend them that way, narrator. Oh god, please no traps. Hello, skeletons. Alright, what are we doing? This is so bad. I can't kill anything very quickly. Let's mark this guy. Get a tracking shot up for us. And then we're going to actually blast him for the damage penalty, I think. Oh, or he'll resist it and just smack us in the face. Oh, thank goodness he missed. Alright, well, let's try to kill... Wow, nice. You're hitting with tetanus. I'm not going to complain, I guess.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
Rabble-rouser. I would like him pulled forward, but he is marked right now. Darn, he got to go next. He beat our plague doctor. Let's try to get the guaranteed death on him next round. Good, he will die.
A time to perform beyond one's limits.
In working him. Okay, so he's dead when he goes, so we can just keep on the defender.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Okay, this hasn't been so bad. We have 1 more room, though. Okay, there's nothing else to do here. Like, we might as well eat the rest of the food. We're done with the adventure. And we'll use a single holy water to help us. I think we'll give that to you before we walk in. And now we'll walk in. Okay, let's start with the grape shots. Put a little bit of damage on them.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
In the base game, he can't crit as a rank 1 creature. I totally added it back in my mod. Darn it! It's gonna put us in that stuff on
The
you.
will to fight falters.
Oh, of course, focus on him because he's so stressed out. Let's try. Can I? Darn it! Can't hit him. Oh, come on, guys! You need to hit them to do something, or we're just passing our turns. Terrible. Try to damage this guy a little. He's dead next round. I'm gonna make this expensive if I want to keep any of these characters, though. Let's get rid of that penalty. Of course. Wow, 3 people missed. Way to go, group. Way to go. You guys suck.
And despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice.
Okay, we're dropping him, so he's not sticking. He's gonna be too expensive at the end of this. He's probably gonna get a negative quirk, I would imagine. Oh, he's gonna die anyway, so I don't think it matters.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Let's cure him.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
You're working that guy. Oh, we can kill him.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter. Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
What is this? The blood is a special type of supply item. Any collected bottles of the blood will be retained in your estate at quest to end. They may be added to the provisions of embarking parties. The blood is rare. Spread around wisely amongst those in need. Okay, we get a new thing. That's awesome. We get a debuff skill chance. Okay, we can give that to you, I suppose, at the moment, and we'll take the cash. And we are done. Thank goodness.
The great ruins belong to us, and we will find whatever secrets they hold.
Okay, so Raluin, you kind of missed a lot, but that's just random number generation stuff. Calm. I don't care if Calm was on a Plague Doctor. She doesn't do much damage anyway. She's all dots. Dismiss. Oh, nice. As you can see, I've changed some of the quirks. Again, this one reduces your chance to be surprised if your torch is below 26, obviously. I don't know why I'm reading that to you. And Talipid, I'm dropping you. I'm so sorry. I don't want you getting in that... Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll make up my mind between weeks.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
The town is abuzz. A crumbling stone entry to a forgotten labyrinthian garden has been uncovered. The discoverer, sadly, has perished from innumerable insect stings. Concern rises. Stress reduction activities in town are slightly less effective. Malik gambled and recovered 50 stress and is no longer hopeless. Reno lost 1,000 gold after becoming overcome with emotion and donating generously. Screw you, Reynold. Recovering 50 stress. DeVille recovered 36. Postal removed slow draw. Stress recovery activities tell are less effective. Survivalist is now unlocked. Nomad Wagon is now unlocked. We have a bunch of level 1 people. And that will do it for us this week, everyone. Darn these stupid insects. I really need to get rid of them somehow. So before we... No, actually, before we end the session, we'll just click on this and hear what the ancestor has to say.
Trinkets and charms gathered from all the forgotten corners of the earth.
Red Hook has made it more common that very common and common items show up here. I have reduced those weights so that it's not as one-sided, and I've been tempted to take away any common or uncommon items. I'm sorry, any very common or common items just showing up in the Nomad Wagon. It will only be uncommon and better. Because you don't want just garbage by the time you're able to purchase stuff in this place. Anyway, so, Nomad Wagon, and we might as well hear about the Survivalist.
At home in wild places, she is a stalwart survivor and a strict instructor.
Hi everyone, and I will see you guys in the next video. A heads up that I am trying my hardest to not record the next one until after I've uploaded the current one, which is to say that I'm trying to give some time so that you guys can leave any opinions of what you think I should do here as well. And I may change my mind about that later on. Like, I may be really in the mood to play the game and record like 3 videos in advance. But by far and large, I will attempt to not do so. This way I can have more interaction with all you guys. Alright, I'm done babbling. Thank you guys for watching. That was fun. We got a lot of stressed out people. Oh, what did they lock? Nocturnal got locked. I know I'm dropping Taliped. I am not going to keep him. Oh, these are good, though. These are good. Bad Gambler got locked. Oh, freaking all this money gets locked. Okay. Well, that'll do us for right now, everyone. Again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.